Hello, Jasmine. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Nice to see you. I
You
brought,
too.
thank you. I brought you in today to go over your results from a couple weeks ago. You took the social interaction self statements test. So we
Oh
were,
yeah, that's right. I'm a little anxious to figure out what my scores said.
how did that test make you feel? How taking that assessment make you feel?
When I was going through the questions, I was a little confused at first, if I wanted to really answer them completely because, I've never done this before.
Mhm.
So, but then I was just like, you know what? I need to figure out what's going on, if I'm socially awkward or not. And so, um, I felt okay, but over the week since we haven't seen you, I've been thinking about it a lot, like wondering like what my scores are probably like, and if I'm average or if I'm above average or if I'm below average, what I need help on, all that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to feel anxious anymore because here are your results. I'm going to give you a copy and I'm going to just go over some
Thank
things
you.
to go over the test and what the purpose of the test was. The purpose of the test is just to measure your self statements associated with the anxiety about social interaction
Mhm.
and just how you feel when other people are around. I noticed in the past you were saying like you're not really a people person and you kind of just like shy us away from people. So this is kind of what this test is all about. It reflects on your self-esteem or your confidence level or whether your worries, your negative thoughts. And it's just basic assumptions that the self-statements in specific stressful social situations may relate to some anxiety. And just to go over, I wanted to go over some of the questions. They range from a positive and negative. 15 of the questions were positive and 15 of the questions were negative. You probably didn't know which ones were positive or negative, so I'm just going to go over a couple of them. You want to look at question number 19. It says,
Question. Hold
let
on.
me know when you're ready.
Question number. Okay, I see it.
And it says, wow, I don't want to do this. And you scored 4, which is often had that thought. So you often have thoughts of where you don't want to be places. Can you like kind of elaborate on that a little bit?
Um, yeah, like if I meet, like, for instance, if my boss tries to give me a project that I don't want to do, it's hard to communicate with her because sometimes she can be a little bit curt or you know what I mean, like short with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a little bit nervous of, I don't know how she's going to accept if I say no to not want to do stuff, or if I like go out with my boyfriend or something like that and he wants me to meet new people um without like a prior introduction. It definitely makes me feel uncomfortable, and I don't think I know how to say no when it comes to like, and then I'm just like, you know what, I don't want to do this, I don't want to be in a situation right now.
Okay. And another question, if you want to look at question number 29. And I'm sorry, Sharon, that question 19, that was a negative question. And
Okay.
number 29 is also a negative question. And it reads, I wish I could leave and avoid the whole situation. And you scored a 4, which is often had that thought. You often have thoughts to where you don't want to be places or you avoid situations.
Yeah, like for instance, if someone's just like, hey Jasmine, do you want to like, go out with us and, out in the town or whatever, and you know I don't know, it's more like, I don't have a problem meeting new people. I just feel sometimes like if I'm just pushed into a situation that I'm not ready for, then I try to avoid it. So I just, either if I'm there, I'd be like, okay, I'd find something like I have to go home. I have a lot of homework to do so that I can avoid the situation. Or if they're like, come on, I want you to meet these girls. They're new, they're nice. If it's like a big group, it's different. But if it's just like me and my friend Sandra, and she wants me to go out and meet like 4 other people, I just sometimes I just feel like, not overwhelmed, just don't really feel like meeting people that way. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
So it just kind of makes you feel awkward meeting people like just out of nowhere, just out the blue, like, hey, come on, we're going to this party and we're going to meet so and so. That kind of makes you
yeah.
feel like awkward or just like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it makes me feel awkward because I'm more of like a builder. I like to build friendships from, scratch. Like I met my friend Sandra in class and I built a friendship with her because, we had projects together. But just to throw me with someone that I just met to go have drinks or whatever, I don't even know how to start a conversation or anything like that.
Okay.
It's not like I don't know how to communicate. It's just that it just I don't know. It all depends on the situation. It all depends on the situation and the person.
Okay. Thank you for expressing that to me. I just wanted to hit those negatives because you scored high on those. Everything else was kind of low. I'll just give you an example of a positive question that we got. It says, number two, want to look at number two, it reads, I can usually talk to women pretty well. You scored a three, which is sometimes have that thought.
Yeah, I don't really think about it too much. It all depends on how the woman presents herself. Sometimes, I can meet a woman that's just like, oh my gosh, like this woman is empowering. Like one of my professors, I'm just like, oh my gosh, she's so empowering.
Mm-hmm.
And I could talk to her. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't sit and really think about it too much. But I'm just like, oh, wow, I want to get to know this person. So then again, it's just kind of like, like I said, it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I don't really, I don't think about it too much.
Okay.
But
So your results are here. And you scored an average on your results. With the positive, you scored a 34%, and the negative, you scored a 36. And the range was from 38 to 58 for the positive and 28 to 51 for the negative. So you are average. You're not like socially awkward. I know you mentioned you may think you're socially awkward sometimes, but from your reading your results, that is not the case here. You are not socially awkward. You're average. It just seems that you may have, you might feel some type of way when meeting new people or doing new things. I could completely see how that has you feeling a little anxious or nervous or just kind of like backing back a little bit. I faced the same thing. So I kind of get where you are with meeting new people in new situations. But moving forward, how would you like to go about addressing situations with meeting new people? Because throughout life, we meet new people, we have new events and new situations. So, how do you want to go about addressing these situations from a positive perspective?
I think since after I filled out this assessment, I've been a little bit more self-aware, just paying attention to my surroundings and stuff like that. And I think that maybe if I, possibly put myself in one, because I don't want to get too go over the top here, but at least put myself in one situation, like go out with my friends maybe this weekend and see what it's like to be in the surroundings of new people, and then be more self-aware and pay attention to my behaviors, and uh record, not record, but just let you know how I felt.
Okay.
That might be one thing I would like to do.
And I actually think that would be a great idea for you to go out and just be aware of self. I love the fact that you said be self aware. That because you may be looking at something might be wrong with you, but other people might not see. They might think, oh, she's perfectly fine, nothing's wrong with her. But you're probably like, oh, I'm being socially awkward. I'm not seeing anything. So I'm glad you noticed and self aware. Be mindful of your own thoughts and how you perceive yourself because others may not have that same perception of you. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're out and meeting new people.
Yeah, it feels good to know that I'm not socially awkward. I was probably more socially awkward this week thinking about not thinking about possibly being socially awkward. Just like, but none of my friends said anything. I have really close friends, so they would have been like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you acting so weird?" But I think it was mostly in my head. But it just sounds like I think if I do the suggestion as we discussed, I think that it will help me improve more in my communication skills. So then maybe when I test again, I can be a little bit above average. I mean, I'm glad I'm average, but it's always good to enhance, positive things about yourself. So it's good for that I was also average in a negative, so that I can understand that I was this thinking too much this past week. So I think I didn't realize I was all right. Thank you for that.
Do you think that this assessment was a great assessment for you in your situation?
Yeah, it was awesome because now I know the things that I need to work on, and I don't have to like think so much about, well, what are people possibly thinking. So now I know that I'm just just being normal this whole time, and whatever other thoughts, negative thoughts I had in my head was just in my head. So yeah, this definitely helps me to it empowers me.
That is awesome. I'm glad I was able to present this assessment to you so you can figure out where you lie. So I'm glad that it was able to do exactly that. That's exactly what it was supposed to do. So thank you for taking the time out to take the test. I know it was kind of time consuming, but thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, you have any more questions?
Nope. Guess I'll see you next week.
All right,
I'll
see you
let you
next
know
week.
how it goes.
I'm
All right.
excited. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.